We're live on the Facebook.
We're live on the talk.
We're live everywhere. We're live. Let's go, let's go, let's go, boy. Let's go, boy.
A bottle of water.
Get that water. You need that agua. Need that agua.
I was watching Rogan a few weeks ago, and he said that like he fasted for like 42 days in a row.
Yeah, isn't that crazy?
Isn't that crazy? And people can go and
It's insane. Yo, yo,
That
yo.
see that exclamation mark up there?
Well, that's
Talk? I mean-
no, X.
Okay.
Twitter. Yeah. Full by you, babe.
Look at that caught Jay Uso's glasses last night.
I like it.
That'd be sweet, wouldn't
That'd
it?
be awesome. What is up with?
What up, what up?
What is up with? What is up with? He says.
What is up with?
What up?
What up with?
What up? We got a lot to talk about and a small amount of time to do it. Minimal show today. Mini show today. We got a couple hours.
Kind of like mini helmets.
Fantastic.
Mini shows, mini helmets.
I mean, I'm sleepy, but other than that, I'm good. I'm fantastic today.
What up, Prowse?
Fantastic.
Not bad, buddy.
Couple.
Little sleepy, little dragging a little bit. Didn't get out of bar till about 2 o'clock this morning.
Went to bed about 1:30.
Played some pool.
Went to bed
Not
about,
pocket.
went to bed about 1:30. Finding a lot lit. What bar did you go to? Scotty's?
No, we went both. We bounced from Stockroom to Parker's.
Went what?
Parker's. It was Old
hell?
Marie's.
Oh,
Couple new people bought it,
gotcha.
so we was there.
Gotcha.
Good morning, bearded chicken.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. We're just waiting to get a few people hopped in here, and we're gonna start rolling into stuff.
I say you put the product in there, just the one.
Oh, you want me to?
Yeah, just in case like we have a thing for it or something. I don't know if we do or not, but
Man, pull by you. Is this gonna let me do it?
it should. I'd probably hit that refresh button,
Oh,
just because where it was from last time.
gotcha. Gotcha.
What up, Logan?
What up? What up, Mr. Oh, there it is.
Yeah.
There it is. All right, guys. We got a mini up if anyone wants to purchase it outright. We're not running any during this live today. Because we
What
got
you guys
him.
got going on for the short morning? I mean, Bub's got basketball games in Logan today.
He's got a basketball game.
But I mean, we got the slate of football today, and a little bit of we got to touch on some college. I mean, I know we're gonna have some people come in here and
I'm gonna tell you the playoffs.
ask, or they're gonna
tell you the playoffs.
hide.
I'm gonna tell you the playoffs.
Tell us.
I'm gonna tell you the playoffs later today. I'm gonna tell you who's in, who's out, and what's happening. I'm gonna tell you the playoffs later.
I like it.
today. I'm gonna tell you the playoffs. But we got, like I said, we got a little minimum time today.
You guys new to the page, smash that follow.
We got minimum time today, but we're still going to get into all the games and give our picks for all the games. We're still going to answer all your fantasy questions that we can. It's the last couple weeks. I mean, this is the last couple fantasy weeks before the playoffs.
Not me, Prowse. Not me.
This is the last couple weeks before the playoffs, baby. You got to get ready. Fantasy playoffs are on the horizon. I'm ready to hit the bed. I normally do not stay up late, and I stayed up till 1:30, and then my alarm went off at 7:30, and I'm like, yeah, this is bullshit. What it do?
He needs 4 locks for the NFL today.
You mean pick'ems?
Yeah, pick'ems,
You-
touchdowns.
what do you mean?
What do you need, baby?
What do you need, baby?
What do you
And I
need,
got
bub?
you. I've got you 2 pick'ems.
What do you need, duffel bag? Smash that follow, baby.
To me, there's only 2 absolute guarantees today.
Guys, we are up at, 9 in the morning? 8:55 right now. Let's go. Smash that follow for us, guys. 100 people in here hanging out. Smash that follow.
What you got? Well, I'm going to tell you. I've only got 2 locks for today. This is going to give my picks away. But I'm going to tell him because he asked for them.
Hey, you gotta give the people what they
There's
want.
only 2 locks today, and that's the Texans over the Jaguars. And the spread's 3.5, 3.5. I'm smashing that. And the only other one, and I know this is some people will not like this because he's playing well recently. The Buccaneers over the Panthers, 6.5 spread. Them are my 2 locks for the day.
You don't like the Rams today?
I don't like the Rams. Well, no, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying locks.
Lock, like 4s. 4's yours.
For sure. 100% no way these teams lose. Of course.
He needs 4 though.
Well, I gave him 2. I gave him 2.
Texans -3 bet bucks. What you got? What up, Mark? You knew the page. Smash that follow.
I like it. All right, let's get into some games. We ain't got a lot of time today. Let's just get right into them.
Let's
We're
go.
starting off Indianapolis Colts, New England Patriots. Colts favored by 2.5.
Sad
5
day,
and
bro.
7 Colts, 3 and 9 Pats. What you got? Colts Patriots.
I think Colts are going to win this.
You need to get right with Jesus, he says. Well,
You're not wrong.
You're not wrong.
You're not wrong.
You're
You
not
need to
wrong.
smash that follow.
You need to smash that follow and we'll talk.
Yeah, you need to smash that follow.
You
Lake
need
of
to
hell.
smash that follow.
Come on.
Lake of Hell told me I need to get right with Jesus.
I
Get right with it. Get right with the Lord.
I got the Colts on this one. I think it's more of a want than for sure. I think it's a toss up either way. I'm excited. I like watching Drake May play. Anthony Richardson.
Drake May's good, man.
Anthony Richardson's fun.
He's fun. He's not good. He's fun.
What I said.
He's fun. He's fun to watch.
So I think the Colts. I think Colts just have some more weapons on the team offensively. Man, they're both defenses. I feel like are dog water. I think
Colts got some playmakers though.
They do.
They really do. They're
They do.
linebackers.
Yep.
EJ Speed and
They do.
Zaire Franklin everywhere, man.
But I got the Colts. What's the spread on this one? Any idea?
3.5. 2.5. Colts are favored by 2.5.
I'll take Colts.
God
2.5.
don't want half of you. Well, he don't get half. He gets the whole damn thing.
yeah.
Like hell. He gets
like
the
it.
whole thing, baby. He gets the whole thing. I watched the Colts play a couple times now this year. I watched them play last week. Was it last week they played? Who'd they play last week? It was a good team.
Was it a good team though?
Yeah, because I remember I watched them, and that's why I watched them. Lions. I watched a little bit of this Lion game, and Anthony Richardson. You see the plays. You see the plays. You know the arm strength is there.
The legs are
The
there.
legs are absolutely there. It's just he cannot hit open guys. It's short routes. He does not very accurate, but it's there.
You just got to put the pieces together, and it might take a little while.
It's just going to take him some time, but I love Jonathan Taylor. I like the Colts offense. Josh Downs out today. I'm pretty sure I've seen that. Josh Downs out today.
You know, Jonathan Taylor's been quiet. Though.
Jonathan Taylor's been quiet, and he has.
And talking about real quick, I know it's a different team. We was talking about free agent running backs, and did you see James Conner
got
signed?
locked up.
James Conner got locked
2 year,
up.
$19 million. I love it.
So who
Conner's
you
one of my
got,
favorite
Colts
players.
or Patriots?
I'm going like I love Drake May. The Patriots have their answer at quarterback.
They really do.
They do. I'm going with the Colts in this one. I think the Colts. This is the Jonathan Taylor game.
Ooh.
Feed Jonathan Taylor today.
JT
going to get a touchdown today.
I like that.
JT going to get a touchdown.
He should have a
today.
touchdown every week.
Maybe 2.
Ooh.
Maybe 2.
You guys knew the page. Smash that follow. You in here hanging out. Tap those likes for us, guys.
We'll wait for that one a little bit. I'm excited about this game. This is if my team wasn't playing at 1 o'clock, this would probably be the game I would be watching today. Los Angeles Chargers at Atlanta
Chargers.
Falcons. 7 of 4 Chargers, 6 and 5 Falcons. I think this is going to be a good game. Chargers are favored by 1.
Atlanta's been disappointing.
They have. They
started
have.
off like 2-0. You know,
Yeah.
I mean, it was really hot.
No, they lost their first game.
Was it?
Yeah, because they played us week 1.
But I know them and Saints started off really hot.
They've slacked off some.
And we thought they was going to have a really, really solid defense because their safeties and backs and all the weapons. If you look around, I mean, Kirk can sling the ball. I mean, Kirk's been balling for years. I know
Falcons have lost their last 2 games. The last game they played was the Broncos when they got hammered 38-6, and then the week before they lost to the Saints 20-17.
divisional game.
So
Then they beat the Cowboys.
They were hot there for a while, and now they've lost 2 in a row. I mean, here, look, they won. They won 1, 2, 3. They won 3 in a row, then lost to Seattle, and then they won 2
and
in a row.
every
And now
game
they've
looks
lost 2 in a
close,
row.
like for them. You know, I mean, there's a couple games that looks like they got beat. It's I don't know. I mean, there's so many weapons on offense. I mean, you look around in some of their games, they scored like 16 points. You know what I mean?
Yeah, too much. Not to have the weapons that Atlanta has, they should be scoring more points. Like I said, I mean, last week 6 points was a joke. 6 points.
A joke.
Like I understand Denver's got a good defense, but you can't lose to if you're a playoff team and you're fighting for the division championship, you can't freaking lose 38-6.
I mean,
I agree, Trevor.
realistically, at the beginning of the year, I mean, that division was open.
Yeah. And it's still open.
Yeah, but I mean, like,
it's still open.
Everyone thought it was open.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? And it's like, hey, is Baker really Baker? Or now we got Kirk Cousins on Atlanta. I mean, everyone thought Atlanta was real. You know what I mean? Because Kirk plays well. I know, like, big games he don't do hot, but
Primetime Kirk.
I mean, Kirk throws yards. You know what I mean? He really does. And I just feel like their offense hasn't been up to peer as what we've expected.
Chargers put Dobbins on IR yesterday, so he is out a minimum of 4 weeks. That's a huge loss for the Chargers. Gus Bus.
Chargers got a good defense.
Chargers got real good defense.
Chargers got a good defense, and Chargers been playing well.
Dion Henley, middle linebacker, he's all over the field every freaking play. Tui Pelotu
I got a Chargers on this one. I think this could be a lock.
You think this is?
This could be a lock.
See, I think this is going to be a close.
I think
game.
this could be a lock.
Man, I don't know. Like, I'm seriously worried about the Dobbins injury. Like, I like Gus, and I thought when they signed Gus in the offseason, because they signed Gus before Dobbins, and I thought Gus was going to be a real good sign, but I'm a little worried about this game. I don't know. Like I said, the Falcons, I think this is going to be a really good game today. Herbie versus Kirk, damn good quarterback matchup. I'm going with Atlanta today. Because you've been on the Chargers need a wide receiver, and other than Ladd, which Ladd's a solid slot, and I've been saying for a while Quentin Johnston's been playing well, and then last week he goes out and has the worst Quentin Johnston type game I've ever seen in my life. Like Herbie hit him right in the hands at least 4 times.
Lamb game.
At least 4 times, and he just dropped wide open balls, and
some of them was like third and.
It's like, well, yeah, the one was a third, and he'd probably still be running.
It ran home.
He's still running if he caught that ball, and it's just like, my God, man, that was. I've been preaching up the Quentin Johnston, and then he goes out and just shits the bed totally last week.
But I mean, we know Harbaugh don't have offensive weapons. It feels like that's never been him. You know what I mean? But it don't need to be at times. You know what I mean? But I do feel like he needs to have a couple of people that can catch the ball. You know what I mean? He needs. They ain't got to be stars. You know what I mean? They just got to be pretty good players. I mean, you've seen Peyton Manning and you've seen Tom Brady win Super Bowls with average okay wide receivers. I know that's years ago.
Ladd McConkey would be like
Ladd's good.
Ladd would be like Jerry Rice with Tom Brady.
For sure.
I love Ladd. Bad Ladd's a bad boy. But yeah, I'm going with Atlanta. I think this is going to be a close game.
You got Atlanta?
I got Atlanta.
Ooh.
I got Atlanta today. I think Drake London's going to make some plays today.
Drake London.
And I think Bijan's going to make some plays today.
There he is, huh? Hey.
Push a game behind that line. Yeah, JK scares me, man. JK being out scares me for the Chargers. It really does. I mean, I hope the Chargers win. But yeah, I'm going with Atlanta. Drake and Bijan make some plays today. My anytime touchdowns for that. I have a couple of them today. Drake London and Gus Bus.
Oh, I like that.
I'm going with the Gus Bus today.
You like Drake scoring though on that Chargers?
Yep.
Scares me.
I'm going London. I'm going Drake getting him one today.
I like it.
I'm going with Drake getting him one today.
Hey, Prowse, thanks for the gifts, man.
Hey, thanks, Prowsey. All right, moving on.
On the next.
So you're on the Chargers. I'm on the Falcons. I don't really want to watch this. I'm glad my team's on, but I would watch it if I wasn't. Seahawks at Jets. Seahawks 6-5, Jets 3-8. The Jets are favored. Jets favored.
How?
I don't know.
3-8 Jets. Playing like complete dog water.
Playing like absolute shit.
Dog water.
And they're favored in this one.
True.
Seahawks coming off of wins.
Hey, thanks for the like, Sherwood. Appreciate you, buddy.
Seahawks coming off of wins against.
Hate says
Pitts. Seahawks beat the Cardinals and the Niners back to back.
Tired.
And they got their underdogs against the Jets this week. I'm a little surprised by that. Now the Jets got some dogs on defense. We all know that.
Players.
They got some dogs on offense. What Aaron Rodgers is going to show up today, because Aaron Rodgers has been dog shit.
So who you got? I'm curious before I answer.
I'm going with the Seahawks today.
I'm rolling with the Jets.
I'm going with the Seahawks to get it done today.
I'm going to roll with the Jets today.
Seahawks have got to win this game.
But I figured Seahawks would be favored.
Seahawks, well,
I think Seahawks are a better team.
I thought the Seahawks would be
Player
favored.
wise, no. I don't think they're better. Team wise, ran wise, yeah, I don't think so.
I think the Jets have better players on defense. I think offense stacks up.
I think offense is close, yeah, for sure. Offense is close.
like I think that I would take Devontae and Garrett Wilson over DK and Jigba and Lockett.
Me too.
But I think it's close.
I think it's close, and I think running backs are close.
And I think K9 and
Brees is close.
and Brees is close.
Real
I take
close.
Geno over Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, right. No way. You're crazy.
You're still on this.
You're fucking nuts.
You're telling me right now, today, you
yeah.
would take Aaron Rodgers over Geno.
Absolutely.
As bad as that bag
Absolutely.
of shit has been
Absolutely.
playing.
I was 10 out of 10 times.
You're crazy.
10 out of 10 times.
You're crazy.
10 out of 10
Geno
times.
just winning games week
10 out of
after
times.
week.
He's-
Couple
he's
weeks
on
ago,
1-6.
couple weeks ago, right down the field, win the game against San Fran, baby. He's like, no problem. No problem. Put him to sleep, Geno. Put him to sleep.
That's the best game of his life.
No, he's had a lot of good games. But yeah, I'm absolutely taking Geno over Aaron Rodgers right now. Absolutely. I wish he would just retire. Like, he's just making himself look bad. Like, he's already a smug prick that no one likes. And now he's just making it even worse.
Do they even have a chance
Because he's
to
bad.
get in?
No.
They're already eliminated.
I don't think very many teams are eliminated, but I mean, you got to think they're close. I
Yeah.
mean,
Yeah, I'd say the 3 wins.
they're at least 3 games back of the last wild card spot.
Hall playing banged up. Braylon out.
Fred Warner's playing with a broken ankle. I don't want to hear about people playing a little bit
Shoo.
banged up.
Is Purdy playing today? That's a good
I'm with you,
question.
Trevor. Rodgers washed. Rodgers done. Rodgers done. If I'm the Jets, you got to go away from him. You just got to get away from him this year. You got to. Yeah, you got
No,
to.
you keep him in draft one.
You don't, man.
You keep him in draft
Aaron
one.
Rodgers is terrible.
Yeah, but what are you going to do?
I don't care. Get him out of my building.
No.
Get him out of my building. Can you? Do you feel? I feel bad for Devontae.
Why?
He keeps trying to follow his guy,
Yeah, I don't know why he
and
does that.
everywhere he goes, he
they got a good team.
He went with Derek Carr. Well, yeah, I
That's
know,
probably the best team he's ever been on.
but they're trash. But Aaron Rodgers is not Aaron Rodgers no more. He follows his boy Carr with the Raiders, and they deal him, get rid of him. Now he follows. He's I want to go to the Jets, trade him there, and now Rodgers is probably done after this year.
I don't think so.
There ain't no way they can bring him back. This was probably the most hyped up team. I picked them to win the East. I mean, that defense was loaded. The weapons they had, and they didn't even have Devontae. He's terrible.
And they got rid of their coach and everything.
Rodgers been terrible. I think you got to get rid of him. So you're on the Jets. I'm on
I'm on
Seahawks.
Jets.
All right, moving on. Houston Texans. My lock. I already said it if you missed it. My lock of one of my locks of the day. Houston Texans, Jacksonville Jaguars. Houston's only favored by 3.5. It's my lock.
Houston's
Texans
been
gonna win this
disappointing.
game. They've been disappointing.
Their offense has been disappointing.
Their offense has been disappointing.
Their defense played well.
Today they're gonna win. 7-5. They're gonna get to 8-5.
I mean, I feel like Houston. I feel like it's a log. Jags have nothing to win for. They
T-Law
don't
might
care.
play today.
Who cares?
T-Law might play today.
cares?
Well, Jags care. Jags care.
Like, the only reason they curse
I-O.
because they paid him.
King Tilly is just,
OH baby.
he just say he loves it so much today. His Spartans are sitting at home drinking hot
MVS,
chocolate.
Leggett, or Westbrook.
Who? MVS, Leggett, or Westbrook Akine? Yep. Mac. That's
Flag
a
or
tough
fly,
one.
KP.
That's a tough one. Is it wrong of me to
What up, King
take?
Tilly?
Is it wrong of me to take Westbrook Akine? I mean, it's like the dude scores every week.
It's
now.
not. It's not.
'Cause
Unless
I
you just want to
honestly-
go country.
I honestly don't like. I want to. Xavier Leggett's all gassed up on that
love
raccoon.
it. I
he
love
ate
it.
for
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Thanksgiving.
He fired.
Man, that's a tough one. It's between Leggett or Westbrook Akine for me. I can't believe this.
You guys knew the
Marquez-
page. Smash that follow for
I can't
us.
believe Marquez Valdez Scantling's going to score.
Start
again
one,
today.
throw one away. Ryan Day or a bag of trash. We'll throw a bag of trash away.
Yeah, we're keeping Ryan Day. We're keeping Ryan Day.
Hey, thanks for the follow.
Ryan Day. We're keeping Ryan Day. We're not getting rid of a bag of trash. You know why we're keeping Ryan Day? Because he's 51-2 against everybody else. 51-2.
51. Dude, that's a big number.
51-2 against.
51-2.
Unfortunately, his postseason is not good. He's 2-4 in the postseason and 1-4 against Michigan.
You know another-
51-2.
Do you know another reason why I don't think they're going to get rid of him?
Money?
Yeah.
Yeah, but see the money thing. I seen a lot of people talking about the money yesterday. Money's no big deal.
$37 million ain't a big
no
deal.
big deal. Look at the height. Look at they're paid $20 million for this roster on their team right now. All them big money hitters in Columbus.
I just didn't know, but eating it. It's not, you know what I mean? It's not like it's
that all them boosters will throw that in and say get out of here if they don't want him.
Sure.
51-2. 51-2.
But then who do you go with?
I don't know. And I'm gonna be honest, we'll get to that in a little bit. We'll get to this whole Buckeye thing in a little bit. But I mean, I think there's a real I think it's stupid because like I said, he's 51-2. But I think this is the chance that he will get fired this year.
Yeah.
Because this is the roster. This is the best roster in football.
King Telly says time to bring in Mike Vrabel.
Well, and that would be a good. I've seen a lot of people want Mike Vrabel.
John Cooper.
He's John Cooper. He can't beat Michigan, and that's a big deal. But huge but in this is they're still in the playoffs.
Yeah.
They can still win the Natty. So if they get hot, and listen, who's dominant in college football right now? There's not a lot of people that are dominant.
No one scares you.
Anybody can get hot right now and go on a run. Like Oregon, they ended up winning by a lot yesterday. But dude, that game was close early.
Herbert or Burrow?
Burrow.
Brad, smash that follow for us. Burrow, baby.
Burrow.
Who do y'all think Bears push for an offseason for head coach? I like that. Good question.
To me, if my first call, if I'm the Bears,
Lions.
is Ben Johnson, offensive coordinator for the Lions. If they don't take it, I'm getting Caleb, one of his guys. I'm calling Cliff Kingsbury. I'm calling Kingsbury, and I'm saying, come coach your boy. Or I'm possibly looking at Lincoln Riley out of USC. I'm bringing an offensive-minded guy in for Caleb. But just think about this. If they would have wanted him, I 100% believe Jim Harbaugh would have took the Bears job.
You think so?
Yeah, played for Chicago.
Yeah.
Was a Bear legend.
Yeah. But the Bears didn't have a lot to offer.
Number one pick.
Yeah, but you had Herbie.
I mean,
he was fantasizing.
And I understand. And honestly, I mean, to me, personally, I would rather. I don't know. This is hard.
Warm weather.
This is hard though. The Chargers have no fans. Every home game is a road game because it gives away teams a chance to take a warm, sunny trip to LA and overtake the stadium and see this beautiful stadium, and they do every time.
They do.
Because the Chargers fan base does not show up. That don't happen in Chicago.
No.
Chicago fans are wild. They're crazy.
Wild.
And Harbaugh, cold weather.
Yeah.
I think Harbaugh would have been an outstanding
and
hire
plus, it
for
would have been a different division
that's
NFC to the AFC versus brother.
Exactly. So, but that's also.
I agree. I wanted Jim bad. Max said.
That's I thought that was wild.
What up, Black and Gold? Smash that follow for us.
As a Herbie guy, I love that when Jim signed there, but I back in my mind all the time.
Unfortunately, go Steelers. I'm rooting for the Eagles. Unfortunately, today. Should be unfortunately. We're not first yet.
I'm rooting for the Eagles. I'm rooting for Saquon. Big day. Big day.
Hey, thanks for the follow.
Where are we at?
Appreciate you guys. Next game.
Who'd you pick? Texans? We're both on Texans beat Jaguars. Arizona Cardinals 6-5. Minnesota Vikings 9-2. James Conner, we just talked about him the other day. James Conner, he was going to be a free agent at the end of this year.
We was breaking down some free agent running backs.
Cardinals locked him up, 2-year extension, $19 million. I love it. I think it's great because I liked when they drafted Trey Benson, but why nobody has one running back?
No.
And I think that James Conner is a dog. He deserves a payday when the dude is healthy. He is a difference maker.
Raven and Eagles are built exactly the same. Ravens wide receivers, yeah, just aren't as good.
I mean, I agree with that.
I agree with that.
I agree with
that. Minnesota's playing crazy. They just signed Danny Dimes.
You know, our buddy Skull, he was like talking about how shit Danny Dimes is. And I want to say this. Before this season, now I know it's hard to do because you've seen it. Before this season started, if you had to pick a guy to start at quarterback, who would you have picked? Sam Darnold or Daniel Jones?
I mean, even this year, I'm still picking Daniel Jones.
I would pick Daniel Jones.
I really would.
And that's what I told him. I'm like, you got to remember.
I know that's crazy because they're winning.
You got to remember. Sam Darnold was ass his whole career.
King Tilly, who would you rather have?
His whole career, Sam Darnold's been ass.
Yeah.
Danny Dimes at least had some good games, took a team to the playoffs,
And
played well, and he got, that's why he
And
got
all
that
he had was
extension.
Saquon.
And all he had was Saquon. So that's what I told Adrian. I'm like, you should be happy because maybe you'll get lucky again.
Yeah, maybe.
I mean, maybe, which he only signed for the rest of this year, so he'll be a free agent at the end of this year. I
Steelers
don't-
Nation Super Bowl champs, baby.
Yeah, I'm done with that. I'm done with that. We ain't talking about that. But it's at the end of
lie a
this
few times a week,
season,
baby.
At the end of this season, Sam Darnold's a free agent. Minnesota's not paying him.
No.
But somebody probably
Somebody's gonna
will
pay
now.
him. Somebody's going to pay him.
So maybe you keep Danny Dimes at the end of the season for your backup quarterback going into next year, to back up McCarthy.
Man,
or in case McCarthy's dog water.
Who would you rather have showing McCarthy? Danny or
Ooh, that's a tough one because I don't know. Like everyone talks about Sam Darnold, but
Really?
Sam Darnold to me, I think he's going. Sam Darnold's getting paid.
you think so?
Yeah, Sam Darnold's getting paid. As bad as quarterback play is in the NFL,
I don't know.
I think Sam Darnold's getting paid. Now, I'm not saying he's getting like no Dak deal or anything like that, but Sam Darnold's getting paid, and Minnesota's not paying.
If
him.
you're a Minnesota GM, you had to be excited to bring him in, knowing he has potential.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
absolutely,
Just was one of poverty teams besides Saquon. Absolutely.
absolutely. Danny Dimes is not going to Pittsburgh. I'll take him. I'll take him.
Go back up.
No, starter.
Over Russ?
I don't know if Russ is going to be back.
Russ will be back.
I don't know. I hope Russ is going to be
Russ
back.
will be
But I
back.
don't know.
Russ will finish his career there.
I don't know. I mean, I hope he does. But this one's interesting to me because the Vikings are playing out of their mind. Why am I picking the Arizona Cardinals today?
I'm rolling Arizona Cardinals.
You're going
as
with the
well.
Cardinals,
I am.
too.
I really am. I really am.
Something telling me the Arizona Cardinals will get this one.
I think
will
Arizona's gonna
dub
get this win today.
Now, as a closet Seahawks supporter, I hope the Vikings win this game. I hope the Seahawks beat the Jets because that would put the Seahawks like 2 games up because the other boys in that division, they've got some tough ones today as well. So, yeah, we're both on the Cardinals to upset the Vikings today. Minnesota's
We
favored.
are not a Ravens fan.
Minnesota's a 3.5.
Minnesota 3.5.
Where does Justin Fields land? I'm going to tell you where I think Justin Fields is going to go. I don't give a damn where Justin Fields goes because Justin Fields is not a starting quarterback in the NFL.
He's not.
He's not a starting quarterback in the NFL. He's
do you
a
think he goes?
wonderful gadget player. I would pick
Baltimore?
I would take Daniel Jones.
I think Baltimore.
Be a good spot for him.
That'd be a great good
back
spot.
up Lamar.
Kinda
same kind of player. Yeah, that'd be good. Now
Kansas City?
I actually did say that if he would sign a cheap deal to be a backup, I wouldn't mind keeping him as a backup to Russ.
Would you like to use him more like a?
I love the way we used him against Cleveland.
What you got to argue, Mac? I have a lot running today for Cook for the Bills. Is it snowing that hard? It is rough.
It's rough weather tonight, boy.
Attitude problem.
Yeah, maybe.
Josh Allen or Matt Stafford?
I'm taking Stafford because I don't know
Not
about
today.
this weather.
Yeah, today I'm not taking Josh Allen.
I don't know about this weather. This weather is crazy.
Go
in
Birds,
Buffalo.
baby. Smash
They
that follow for us.
They showed the freaking stadium and there's snow
They
everywhere.
was taking volunteers last night to help shovel.
I'm taking Stafford. You know where Stafford's playing today?
I hope so. Obi.
He's either playing in L.A. or he's playing in New Orleans. I don't know who's on the. Oh, well, that's right here. Matt Stafford today is playing in a nice,
He's playing in a dome regardless.
warm. Well, LA's. I think LA's is open. I think they got
Both,
it.
isn't it?
And he's playing in New Orleans. He's playing in a nice domed stadium with Puka Nacua and Cooper
Are
Kupp.
you
So,
sitting
yeah,
all Niners wide receivers?
I am.
Yeah.
Unless I have to.
Unless Jennings. Jennings ain't bad, right?
If I have to play one, it's Jennings.
Yeah, I think Justin was a solid quarterback in Chicago, regardless of the record. I think he would have strived in Chicago this year, but you put him in a Ravens
He can't
offense
throw.
scheme, he'd have to be good.
He can't throw, man. He can't throw. He can't throw. He's just not accurate.
What up, Matt?
He's not-
He's really not.
He's just not accurate. He's a playmaker. He can make plays with his feet, and he will throw an
And
occasional
if his
dime.
contract wasn't up, Chicago would have kept him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It was just time. You know what I mean? They had a good pick.
And if you
their
look
contract
at him,
was up.
and there's still people to this day that say they would take Justin Fields
Yeah.
over Caleb Williams. And you know what I say to that? You're full of shit. because no one in their mind watching these two quarterbacks, there ain't no one alive that would take Justin Fields.
If
over
you're
Caleb
saying
Williams.
that Caleb's no good, you don't like Caleb,
Yeah.
or you're not watching Caleb.
Exactly.
I mean, that's it.
It's simple as that.
Because of his emotions at USC, or he's painting his fingernails.
I've seen people.
Or his sayings. I
I've
mean,
seen
it is
people.
what it is.
I see people trashing this kid for the 76ers, this Jared
Yep.
McCain,
Yep.
because he makes TikTok videos.
Yep.
He's probably the rookie of the year right now. If you had to vote now, right now, today, he's probably the rookie of the year in the NBA, but people don't like him because he makes TikTok
Agreed.
videos.
Caleb is better quarterback than Justin. Oh, I agree.
People just don't like people that are different. You just got to embrace different people. Let them be who they are. Who cares if he likes to dance and make videos? I like to dance and make videos.
For sure.
I just can't post mine because I'm nude.
Fire Ryan Day, Matt says.
Who you hiring?
Who you hiring, Matty?
I want to know.
Matty, smash that follow for us. Who you hiring?
Matty, who are you hiring?
It's going to be the wide receiver coach or Mike Vrabel. That's everybody's decision. Thoughts on Taysom Hill? He's a cute running back.
He's a cute running back.
He's a
Did
cute
Dak
running
deserve
back.
the contract now, Parsons?
Yes.
Did Dak deserve the
Absolutely.
contract? No one deserves the contract that they get in the NFL but Dak was the next guy up. Jerry should have paid him months ago, and then you would have saved some money. It's like CeeDee Lamb. You knew you were going to pay CeeDee Lamb. So why are you waiting till the day before the season starts? Do it months ago. Get it out of the way, and you'll save yourself money.
No, I agree.
You don't know nothing about football.
We try not to.
Oh, man. That's what we're here for, man. That's what we're here for,
I'm
baby.
curious who that guy thinks, who he thinks that they're going to pick.
Every Buckeye fan wants
Burrow, Herbert, Nix, or Daniels.
the wide receiver coach.
Burrow,
Who?
Burrow, Herbert, Nix, or Daniels.
Burrow.
Burrow all day.
Hey, was a guy.
Sarcastically, hire Urban back.
Heartline. Everyone wants Heartline.
We've never even seen Heartline.
I know, but
I know he's cute. I know
that's
you
the
guys
flavor
have.
of the month. I mean, that's the
Do
guy.
they know? Do the High State fans know? You had good wide receivers before he was the coach.
Yeah, I know. They've always had great
You know what I mean?
wide
It's been
receivers.
decades of good wide receivers.
I don't know. Attitude Ravens fan? I'm a Steelers fan. What the fuck is this guy talking about?
I'm an Eagles fan.
There's
Maybe
a
he
Steelers
thinks
fan.
this is a Raven.
There's a steel. Maybe he thinks
That's
that's
a
a Raven.
Raven.
That's a Raven. I got you. I got you. All right. So where are we at? We're both on the Cardinals. Upset
Both
the
on the
Vikings.
Cardinals.
Today.
I like
This is an interesting one. Tennessee Titans.
Does CJ bounce back in time? I think so.
Yeah.
They're okay.
Tennessee Titans 3-8.
Ooh.
Washington Commanders 7-5. Eckler placed on IR yesterday as well. That's 4 weeks without Eckler. Released first round pick Emmanuel Forbes yesterday. Corner.
Really?
Yeah, he's been bad.
I didn't see that.
I was surprised that they released him.
I wouldn't release a first round.
release
He's going to
him.
be picked up in
I
no
thought
time.
that when they drafted him, I'm like, man, they could have took Joey Porter Jr. I didn't like that pick,
Yeah.
but I think it's a little too early to just release him.
Me too.
They said they tried to trade him at the deadline. They couldn't.
Commanders
get
a
nothing done.
lock today. I agree.
Commanders a lock today. Huh. You know what?
I agree.
Give me the Tennessee Titans upset alert. Jaden Daniels getting figured out. They were flavor of the month. Everyone was talking about how good they are. They have one guy on offense, Terry McLaurin. B-Rob, they got Brian Robinson. He's supposed to play today. Eckler put on IR today, so he's out for 4 games. For some reason,
Eckler can't stay healthy.
I'm going never. Eckler can never stay healthy. He's
Water's
another
wet.
one. Sky's blue. Eckler's hurt. I'm going with the Titans.
Tighten
with
up
the
today.
upset. Tighten up.
Sneed back.
Tighten. No, I don't think so.
My goodness. He going to play this year?
Pollard. I think Pollard's going to have a nice day today. Levis is playing up and down, so I'm hoping we get Goodwill today.
Goodwill.
Levis today.
That's true, but Heartline has been in the OSU system damn near coming up. Hey, I think I agree on
I
that.
think if
I
they
agree,
gets
Matty.
fired, I think that's the guy
Do you
that
really?
gets the job. Yeah,
Really?
Yeah, they ain't gonna let him go.
Why wouldn't let him go?
But that's the problem. Like, we don't know if he's going to
Well,
be
he
any
could be
good.
the coordinator, right?
Urban is
Right?
not coming. I don't think Urban
Urban's not coming
has
back.
no desire
Urban's
to
not
coach
coming back.
again.
Now, I don't like this pick, but
If Urban
what
wanted-
about Chip Kelly? I mean, you brought him in,
I don't know. After the game they called yesterday,
but you gonna blame him?
Yeah,
I mean,
I'm blaming
just
Chip.
him and not the coach.
I'm blaming Chip. I'm blaming Chip. They wanted to prove.
I mean, that's not Chip's offense.
Chip and Ryan Day wanted to prove that they were the more physical football team yesterday than Michigan, and they wanted to be the big brother. And they refused to use the best wide receiver room in the nation, and they wanted to try to just run the football, and it didn't work. It didn't work.
Morning, hey.
That big boy for Michigan is
Smash out follow for us, baby.
that big defensive tackle for Michigan is a top 5 pick.
Yeah.
He's a top 5 draft pick this year.
Graham,
Graham.
55.
Yeah, he's a top 5,
Dog.
top 7 at
Dog.
least. Yeah, he's a
Dog.
stud. He's a
Another
stud.
great option could be Mike Vrabel. Matt, them are the 2 names I'm hearing.
Everyone, that's like, listen, man, I don't know what I'm going to do if Mike Vrabel would get that. I don't.
Ayo! Hey, answer Ayo's question for him. Rashad White, Gus Edwards this week. Smash out follow for us, baby.
Where the hell's that?
It's a couple up her.
Oh, who?
Rashad White or Gus Edwards.
Fire up the Gus bus.
Gus bus, baby.
Fire up the Gus bus today. I like Rashad White, but with no JK, it's time for the Gus bus to
Mac
get moving
Floyd,
today.
who do you have winning the Heisman?
Hunter.
Go Buffs!
Hunter, but it should be Genty. Hunter, but it should be Genty.
Hunter should be Hunter.
It should be Genty, but it's Hunter.
Steelers or Bengals on my parlay.
Well, we're not there yet, but I don't like the way I'm going with this today.
Or would you, if you was betting, and you're not a team of either one, a fan of either one?
Let me see spread. Bengals are favored by 3. Yeah, I take the Bengals.
Take the spread.
Yeah, we'll just go ahead and get to that game because that's the only one. That's the last.
That's the last 1 o'clock.
That's the
right?
last 1 o'clock game. Steelers, Bengals. Bengals favored
So
by
you got
3.
Titans, I got Washington.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm going Bengals upset today.
Bengals
well,
up?
technically, it's an upset record wise, but the Bengals are favored today.
Makes no sense.
I don't think we're. Well, I mean, it's just how it is. It's a home game for
It's a
Cincinnati.
really good defense.
It's a home game for Cincinnati. That matters to Vegas.
If you want match toughness, you go Vrabel / Hartline offensive coordinator. I wouldn't be mad about that.
I mean, nobody should be mad if they get Vrabel.
Bengals just can't buy a win right now, but they have to. Mac, they really have to, right?
They have to. If they lose today, Cincinnati may be done.
But I got Pittsburgh winning today.
I hope you're right.
I think Pittsburgh wins
I
today.
hope you're right. No Highsmith today. I think they said the Steelers are like 1-3 or something without
Easy answer,
Highsmith.
Steelers. Better option is the over. It's a coin flip for sure. 100%.
It's tough. I'm just betting on Burrow.
I appreciate you guys coming in here, hanging out, man, tapping those likes, commenting with us, guys, man. We appreciate you guys.
Steelers need to run the ball today. Run the ball, run the ball, run the ball. Keep Joe Burrow off of the field.
Yeah.
That's the biggest thing for
Jake.
Pittsburgh today. Just keep Burrow off of the field. But man, that Burrow's offense, that's what I keep saying. Like a couple weeks ago when Cincinnati played Baltimore and everyone's like, why do you want Baltimore to win? If Baltimore loses, it helps Pittsburgh in the division. No, because I think Cincinnati, that offense is one of the scariest teams in football, and I don't want Cincinnati in the playoffs.
No, you don't.
Cincinnati's
It gets
offense
hot.
can beat anybody.
They really
on
can.
Any freaking day.
They're good.
That's why I'm going Cincinnati today. Upset. Well, like I said, according to Vegas, it's not an upset. But Steelers are 8-3, Bengals 4-7.
I got Pittsburgh.
I'm going Cincinnati.
I think if they can run zone to contain Jamar in the middle and
Pound
T
it.
on the outside,
Pound it.
I hope so.
T. Higgins, anytime touchdown today.
Ooh, I like that.
Yeah. T. Higgins, anytime today.
Gesicki, anytime touchdown today.
Gesicki. Peyton Wilson will lock him up. Lock City.
Their little lucky pick.
All right.
4 o'clock games.
4 o'clock games. Tampa Bay. This was my other lock.
Tampa's been hot, man.
Tampa Bay Buccaneers 5-6.
I like Baker.
Carolina.
Every game, it just seems like more and more Baker.
3-8. Bryce Young's turning the corner.
He is.
Bryce Young's playing well. Last couple weeks, Bryce Young's playing well. Like 3 games in a row. His benching might have been a blessing in disguise.
It might have been.
Might have been a blessing in disguise
And
because Bryce is playing well.
He got Thielen back.
Got Thielen back. Xavier
Thielen looked
Leggett's
good.
playing well. They got that cancer Deontay Johnson out of their locker room.
Chuba Hubbard.
Chuba Hubbard playing well. Jonathan Brooks active for the first time last week, getting his first carries.
But Tampa Bay's good. I mean, Tampa Bay's been hot. This is your lock in.
Baker.
They asked earlier. I mean, he's got dances and making funs of everyone. He's got me. I mean, Baker comes into play.
Taysom Hill or Shakir. Shakir. I can't trust Taysom.
And Baker loves football.
Mike Evans.
Last week, I took Carolina over.
Herbig has been playing.
I took Carolina over Chiefs. It was close.
Yeah, it was. But everyone's playing the Chiefs close.
This week, I'm taking Carolina over Tampa Bay.
You're picking Bryce.
I'm taking Bryce Young and the Carolina Panthers, upsetting Tampa Bay and the Buccaneers are a good team.
They are.
Buccaneers got a really good run defense.
Bucky Irving's playing great.
And Buccaneers got a really good offense.
They got good offense. I wish, it sucks, man. I really wish that Chris Godwin wouldn't have gotten
I hope so, Mac. But I think I have Carolina with the upset today.
I'm going Bucks easy. This is my lock. This is one of my 2 locks of the day. Baker 3 touchdown passes. Mike Evans gets 2. Mike Evans 2 touchdowns today.
I like it.
Jonathan Taylor, Mike Evans, both 2 touchdowns today.
Sheesh.
I'm gonna lock that in after I get done here. I'm gonna lock that in. I forgot. I didn't make that one. I like it. Mike Evans, Jonathan Taylor, 2 tutties today.
I like that.
All right. Moving on. We talked about this one earlier a little bit. Matt Stafford and the Rams still trying to hold on. At New Orleans. New Orleans still trying to hold on.
They're terrible.
But they're in it.
They're terrible.
They're terrible, but they're in
terrible.
it. They have their best wide receiver is Marquez Valdez-Scantling, and they are in it.
And they got rid of their best defensive player.
Well, I mean, you got to.
They're terrible. Terrible.
They got a lot of good
Barkley.
players, though.
Terrible.
I mean, they really do, though. I mean, to me, it's Derek Carr. He's
They're
a trash
aging.
bag.
They're aging. It's time to start dumping.
But they're in it. It's hard to dump when you're in it.
It's not when you look at the roster.
But what's bad about the roster, though? I mean, other than the wide receivers are hurt right now.
Quarterback? I mean,
Well,
the main piece.
but they're in it.
The main piece.
They're in it. They're not. They're in it. They're only what's the Falcons? And what's the Falcons? The Saints have won 4 games. Falcons have won 6.
Howdy.
They're 2 games back. And like I said, I don't like the Saints, but it's hard to say let's deal it. They just signed Kamara to an extension.
They take a quarterback first round if reasonable. I see that.
Who, New Orleans?
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. They should.
They need help.
They should. They shouldn't have signed Kamara.
No.
They should have dealt him.
They should have dealt him.
They should have blew the whole thing up, but they're not going to because they're in it. Taysom Hill, he's a weapon. I just don't. You can't trust him week after week. With all that said, Rams win easy.
Rams win.
Stafford, big day today.
Big day for Stafford. Slinging that ball 35 times today.
Puka and Cooper Kupp both over 75
Just move
yards.
Taysom to quarterback. I think they should.
No.
Just to try it. No worse than they got.
No. Taysom Hill is a gadget. Taysom Hill works. Taysom Hill works because he's a gadget. Taysom Hill cannot throw every damn play.
We don't need to.
Well,
just run the ball like Michigan.
I mean, most quarterbacks do, you need him to throw the ball sometimes. If you know Taysom Hill's throwing the ball, I mean, it don't work. I'd take Derek Carr over that. But Taysom works because he's a gadget. You don't know what's coming. But Rams were favored in that by 2.5.
They use him a lot, though. What do you have? 3 touchdowns?
Oh, they've used him a lot. Hell yeah.
Pick 2. Darnell Mooney, Jennings, Jordan Addison.
I'm taking
Smash
Mooney.
that follow for us, Al.
That's a tough one. Do I want Jennings or Addison? Give me Mooney and Addison.
Carr was never the solution in New Orleans.
Hey, bro, listen. Listen, you're preaching to the fucking choir there.
Yeah.
I've been saying for fucking years that Derek Carr is a bag of trash.
Dog water.
He's terrible. He was terrible in Vegas. Now, I will say,
King Tilly loved him.
that one year, he probably would have won the MVP of the league the year that he got hurt.
Yeah.
He was balling out. Never the same. Never the same since. Kind of like Carson Wentz.
He got hurt, though.
That's what I'm saying. Derek Carr.
He tore his ACL.
I know that's what I'm saying. I don't
Carr
remember what Carr did, but I think he broke something, his leg or his ankle or something. But yeah, Carson Wentz, same way. Carson Wentz should have won the MVP and then got hurt. Derek Carr would have won the MVP and got hurt, and he never was the same.
Carson still should have won MVP.
Probably.
He had more touchdowns.
A lot of people shouldn't win the MVP, but they do.
That's true.
Like this year, Lamar. This year, Lamar deserves the MVP. Last year, he didn't.
He ain't gonna get it this year.
I don't know.
I don't think so.
I think
you know how they kind of get like aged on it, like they kind of get tired of picking the same ones.
I mean, to me, it's Lamar or Saquon. One and two. No, Lamar's the MVP over Henry.
I mean, if you're going to say Saquon, I mean, they only got like 60 yards less.
Yeah, but Saquon's crazy.
Anytime touchdown they made, I like this. I'd take Jameis over Corey says.
Yeah, me too.
Anytime touchdown he made, Jonathan Taylor, Brian Robinson, worried about that one, and Bucky. I like that. Kyron and Saquon. You like those?
I like that.
All those?
That's solid.
Jonathan Taylor, B-Rob, Bucky, Kyron, Saquon.
I like it. That's solid.
I like it.
I like it. That ain't too bad. That ain't too shabby.
Hey, put in Jalen Hurts in there as well.
Might as well. He'll steal one from freaking Saquon. That's all he does. Steal touchdowns.
I don't think he had one last week, so he's gonna get one.
So he definitely has to get one.
Saquon
today.
had two last week.
Yeah.
Saquon might not get a touchdown this week.
Yeah, because
unless he breaks one off.
That's I was gonna say the only time Saquon can get touchdowns is if he busts 70-yard runs off, because if they get it within the 5, it's like, all right, Jalen's like, my time to shine,
Not
boys.
five. Not five.
Three.
Three.
It's my time to shine, boys. Give me the ball.
But sometimes it's better.
I mean, sure.
It is. I mean, you're closer to the line.
Sure.
Instead of turn around, hand the ball, then them linebackers have time to come to you. Speed.
I'll give it to you. Sure. Your game. Eagles, 9-2 Eagles, 8-4 Baltimore Ravens. Ravens favored by 3.
Nervous.
Yeah, you should be. This is a tough one. No, Smitty's questionable. No Slay.
Nervous. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you should be.
Nervous.
This is a tough one.
And last week I was surprised, honestly, because the Rams are a good team. You know what I mean? And Philly kept them in check. I'm going to take Baltimore upset Philly today. I'm going to take Baltimore Ravens to upset Philly today. I think Baltimore feels like
Ravens favored.
I think Baltimore feels like it's more of a must win than Philly, because Baltimore's division's a lot more closer, even though Mike is saying that they're back and they're in it. And I think Cowboys are a good team. That's a different subject, but I really, and Bearded Chicken, I love the Birds, baby, but I really feel like this is Baltimore's game to win. I do. Hopefully Philly has a good day. I hope it's a healthy game. This game don't mean a lot to Philadelphia. We come out of this game healthy. We go on to the next. I think it'll be okay. But I have Baltimore. Baltimore's tough, man. Lamar Jackson's hard to keep in check. I'm not sure how our defense is going to do against a real fast mobile quarterback and a Derrick Henry. Losing Brandon Graham sucks. The new guys, Nolan Smith's going to have to come in, show up, and the guys in the middle, Mayan Williams going to have to show up and play. Jalen Carter's been a freak.
Yeah. Stud.
But I just think it's too much. Hope not. Hopefully, big heavy dose of Saquon. Run the ball, run the ball, run the ball. Shave the head again if you have to, Sirianni. But I got Baltimore winning today, and it could be big.
I think Baltimore wins the day, but I think it's close.
It could be big.
I think it's close. I got Baltimore.
Do I start Brees today, or is the injury too bad?
Depends on who your other options are, but I'm rolling with Brees today. Unless I have a really, really good option. But yeah, I'm with you. I'm
Eagles Ravens will be interesting. Their teams are pretty similar for sure. Hurts, Saquon, Lamar, Henry. I feel like Philly has the edge at the wide receivers.
I'm happy because that game there is 3.
But I feel like Baltimore has the edge at tight ends.
There were so many games already.
K9's his other option. Brees Hall or K9.
See, I like K9.
You like K9 versus Jets?
I don't know. That's tough. No, I'm rolling Brees. I'm rolling with Brees on that one.
Brees versus Seattle?
Yeah, I'm rolling with Brees. There's so many games already played this week. The 4 o'clock schedule is terrible. Bucks, Panthers, Rams, Saints, and Philly and Baltimore.
That's good.
It's like, yes. At least I have something to watch at
Josh
4
Allen
o'clock.
in the snow tonight or Matthew Stafford in the dome? Well, we're going to tell you, Taylor.
Stafford.
Smash that follow for us, baby. And we had this same question earlier, didn't we? And we're going to roll with Matt Stafford in the dome.
That one's come up a couple times this morning. I'm rolling with Matty in the dome. Matt Stafford
thanks for the follow.
In the dome, brother.
Appreciate you guys in here tapping those likes, man.
And speaking of that game, Sunday Night Football. 49ers 5-6, trying to hold on. And what do you get to do when you're holding on? You get the Bills one win away from clinching the AFC East, a foot of fucking snow on the ground.
And maybe not a quarterback.
And is expected to play. Purdy is expected to play, but what does it matter? It's not like this is. I don't see this being a big throw game. This is the game Christian McCaffrey's like, hey, listen, I know that you're coming back. You've been back for a couple weeks now. This is McCaffrey and Jordan Mason tonight. Pound the ball.
45 carries.
Pound.
Between both of them.
Between both
Not
of them.
CMC.
No.
2020. 25 maybe.
But yeah, 9-2 Bills. Bills favored by 6.5. Did you see the Fred Warner playing with a fractured ankle?
I've seen that.
That's insane.
He's probably just trying to keep him alive, man.
That's insane.
I agree. Absolutely.
Sometimes I get the tough guys, and he's the best player on the defense and everything. But sometimes I think your team needs to step in and say, you have a fracture in your ankle. You are sitting down because we need you later. Which there may not be a later.
That's probably what he thinks.
There may not be a later because of the way that it's shaping up right now. But
I want the Bengals to reroute their season.
Well, I would personally like them to stay on the route they're going. Personally, I hope they stay right on the route that they're going, baby. Lose this game today, and it'll be a good day. The snow will keep it on ice. Yeah, it'll definitely keep his ankle on ice today, but
gonna hurt.
49ers need to just shut him down. Say, listen, they're getting.
I asked you new to the page. Smash out follow for us, man. Kyron today?
Kyron. Yeah, Kyron.
Kai in a dome.
Kyron. I'm going Kyron. I like Chuba, but yeah, I'm going Kyron.
I don't like Chuba against Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay's got a really good run defense. Every year, my Buckeyes disappoint. Well, we're going to break that down soon.
We're getting ready to get into a little bit of college ball. I know everyone wants to talk about a little bit of college ball after yesterday. Exciting weeks coming up. But who you got, Buffalo or Stanford?
Buffalo.
Yeah, Buffalo wins.
I got
tonight.
Buffalo.
Buffalo wins tonight and wins the AFC East tonight. They clinch it tonight.
Close game?
No.
No.
I don't think it's a close game. I think Bills win by 14.
I don't think so. I think 49ers have a chance.
Bills by 14.
49ers got a better run game. I think Bucky Irvin is going to have a major game. Panthers run defense.
I like Bucky.
Don't do fantasy football, but if I did, I'd want him.
You should do fantasy football, man. Get in there.
Bucky's good.
Bucky's playing really well. I love both Tampa Bay running backs because Rachaad White, he's a dog too.
You guys new to the page. Smash that follow for us. You in here hanging out. Tap those likes. We appreciate you guys.
So we had limited time today, so we busted out the games quick. So now we're going to just get into some of this college ball.
Oh, what about Cleveland and Denver?
Oh, I forgot Cleveland, Denver. Hell, I didn't even look at that. Hold on. Cleveland, Denver, Monday night. Excuse me.
Hell, he said hell with it.
Said the hell with Cleveland, Denver. Who cares? No one's watching.
Brock, we're going to go through the playoffs very soon.
No one's watching.
Which one,
Cleveland
Scotty?
and Denver.
I love the helmet. Which one?
Well, I don't even. Cleveland and Denver ain't even on my list. No wonder. ESPN don't even have them listed. There we go. All right, they were all through. Cleveland and Denver. Denver favored by 6. Monday Night Football. 3-8 Browns, 7-5 Broncos. We got.
Denver's got a really good defense, and you got to believe.
I knew the Bo Leave thing was coming.
You got to believe.
I knew the Bo Leave bullshit was coming.
But I think Denver wins this thing. Cleveland's a mess. Cleveland's a mess. I'm not.
Cleveland won their Super Bowl last week.
They did.
They blew it all. They won their Super Bowl.
Their load was blown.
They won their Super Bowl last week. You seen the players in the locker room?
Yeah.
Look like they won their Super Bowl.
They won their Super Bowl.
That's why they won last week.
Season over.
Their season's over. Denver Broncos win. Denver Broncos win. The Browns won their Super Bowl last week. It's over. Season's over. Broncos win.
I like it.
All right. That was easy. See, we didn't even really. We didn't even really need to go back to that. So yesterday, huge day of college football. Ohio State, that's why they play the games, boys. Biggest spread, I believe it was in the history of the game, 19.5 point favorites.
True.
And they got manhandled. I mean, Michigan they were just out physical them. They're just all day long, man. Just out physical. I don't understand like what the hell Ohio State was doing. You got the best wide receiver room in the country, and you just wanted to be the big brother and try to bully him.
Oh, the Bears. That's Roshan Johnson, baby.
Roshan Johnson, Drake London, and Tyreek Hill was all up there.
We do breaks as well. We're not running one right now. We're just got a mini helmet that you can just outright buy.
Yeah, we normally do breaks.
Smash out follow for
We
us.
have limited time today, so we're not doing any of that today. But go through some of these games yesterday. Michigan obviously that was the big one. Michigan beat Ohio State 13-10.
So I know we've touched on the Buckeyes a little bit. I mean, what do you do? Pump the brakes and wait?
Well, you're not doing anything now.
I know.
I mean, you're not doing nothing now. Listen, I mean, I get the social media outrage today, but how many times has the Buckeyes won this year? And the fans want Ryan Day fired.
Yeah.
It's just that's what people do when their team loses or when they play bad. They want the teams fired, with the coach fired. Remember, they wanted him fired after they lost that national championship game, and the kicker missed the field. If the kicker would have made the damn field goal at the end of the game, they win the national championship.
He would have made 2 field goals yesterday.
They missed 2 30+ yard, 30-some yard field goals yesterday. And that $20 million that you're spending on the D-backs and wide receivers, go get that kicker.
Kansas State mentality.
That kicker that kicked for Michigan yesterday, booming 50-yarders like it's nothing. He was a transfer kid. He came from Arkansas State. I mean, maybe they should have spent some money and got a kicker.
My thought is, how do they lose a 6-5 team? Ryan Day is not good when it comes to big games.
Man, it's a rivalry game. It's like you telling me right now that Cleveland is better than Pittsburgh in football.
Bearded, for sure.
Pittsburgh and Cleveland last week. Pittsburgh's better than Cleveland. Yep. It's a rivalry game. It's a division game. Everybody shows up. It's like the night before, man. Georgia Tech took Georgia to 8 overtimes. You telling me Georgia Tech is better than Georgia?
Not even close.
Not even fucking close.
Not even close.
Haynes King became a legend almost the other night.
He blew his load, dude.
Blew his freaking load. Took the Georgia Bulldogs to 8 because it's a rivalry, man. It just shit happens. And you know, like I said, that's what we do. Fans want the coach fired, and I mean, and I think this is the realistic possibility that he does get fired this year.
It could happen.
But the thing is, like, all these Michigan fans are excited they won, and they should be. All these Buckeye fans sad because they lost, and they should be. Yep. But one of these teams is going to the playoffs.
But it's not over.
Ohio State can still win the national championship.
Yeah.
Ryan Day wins the national championship. He ain't fired because he lost to Michigan.
Well, what if he gets to the national championship? That's the thing.
If he gets to the national championship
and plays
loses,
good, and
he's gone.
For sure.
No.
But that's how you feel.
I'm not that. That's how I feel. I feel like the Buckeyes have already turned on. Honestly, if I'm Ryan Day, I want you to fire me.
I'm going somewhere in a day.
I want you to fire my ass.
I mean, I'm getting 30
just like they got rid of Kyle McCord. And look at that boy balling.
What did he do yesterday?
Balling.
Like
380 and 3 touchdowns yesterday. Knocked Miami out of the playoffs.
He don't have that Kansas State mentality.
He don't have that Kansas State mentality. It's just
he needs to win it all, or he will be fired.
And I agree with that. If he doesn't win the Natty, and I'm not saying I even agree with that. I think that he's a damn good coach.
Prowl said
Ohio State recruits themselves.
He thought Moore was in trouble this year if they would have lost.
Listen, I've said as soon as the Sharon Moore got the job, I said this guy ain't going to be the long term fix in Michigan. I mean, I still don't think he did. I mean, they fucking won 13-10. They won. It's all that matters.
I think Will Howard was playing with a concussion.
I do too.
Yeah,
I do too. I was stunned that Will Howard was allowed back in the game. Now they said he passed protocol and all that. I thought he was for sure out.
Jalen had one of those games.
Yeah.
It honestly doesn't matter what you win at OSU. If you do not beat Michigan, you haven't won anything.
But that's the dumbest shit I've ever heard in my life. Yeah. You know, and that's the way, and I'm not saying he's wrong because a lot of people believe that. Yep. Who gives a shit? Hunter. Who said that? Hunter, who gives a shit, honestly? You lost to Michigan yesterday, Ohio State. But what happens in a few weeks if you go on and we win the national championship? National championship. Like, I thought it was the dumbest shit in the world that Kirby Smart said, because when Lane said it's better to not play in the SEC championship game because it gives you another game to get knocked out of the playoffs.
And a rest.
And
not get hurt.
And Kirby said, well, here in Georgia, we think the SEC championship's just as important as a national championship. Dumbest shit I ever heard in my life.
Yeah.
Dumbest shit I've ever heard in my life. A national championship is what everybody wants.
And we're not saying like you don't want a Big Ten championship.
you
and you
wanna-
don't. It's a good resume to have.
Everybody wants to beat Michigan in that Ohio State locker room.
Absolutely.
Everybody wants to beat Ohio State in that Michigan locker room. But the national championship is the big picture.
It is.
I mean, it's simple as that.
Let's stay on to this game. What do you think about the aftermath?
Well,
I mean, who do you blame more at fault? I mean, is it
Ohio State, to me, like, number one.
I mean, you're not allowed to celebrate?
The Fox broadcasters were acting like someone got murdered.
Yeah.
Like, Gus Johnson called a game earlier this year, I believe it was, where Texas planted the flag in the middle of Michigan's field.
Yep.
Wasn't nothing said then.
Well, I mean, it happens.
And then, but that's the thing. Like yesterday, it happened like 5 more times throughout the day after that.
Yeah.
So I don't know. To me, it ain't no big deal if you don't want them to. I mean, it's not like they're tearing your field up. They're literally holding a flag in the middle of your field. Whatever.
Beat them.
Beat them.
Beat them.
Beat them.
Beat them.
The pepper spray came out from the cops.
Yeah.
Lawyers are going to get involved in that.
But I mean,
already know
they
that.
probably had to, right?
No, absolutely. But
I mean, because people got hurt.
like, I like the Michigan kids' answer. They need to just learn how to lose. A lot of these kids have never lost.
Yeah.
I mean, they never lose. And
They lost like a couple games their whole career.
Yeah. So, and I don't know. If you don't want
I
to
saw
celebrate,
Jack Sawyer freaking out, but dude, you all had 60 minutes to prevent that.
exactly.
You don't lose 4 straight to Michigan if you're not in the rivalry. You don't understand fully the hatred.
Man, I understand hatred. I get it. You know,
we play Cowboys twice a year.
It's not like I don't understand. I'm in the best rivalry in football, professional football, Steelers Ravens. I get it. Florida State, my whole life, Florida State, Florida. It's a rivalry. I understand.
You're right, Hunter.
But if you go in and win a national championship in a month, who gives a shit?
Yeah.
Send your picture to the Wolverines and say, maybe you guys play a little bit better and you'll get one of these. We won the national championship this year. You won it last year.
Good job for both of us.
Congratulations.
Good job for the Big Ten.
Yeah, go Big Ten. I don't know. I think Buckeye fans are a little bit hyped up today. They're a little bit sad. I understand you want to win the game, you didn't. Move on.
Yeah.
Get ready for the playoffs
I mean,
because Ohio State's in.
You play them next year.
There's a lot of Buckeye fans and they're just feeling sorry for themselves. They're saying that we're not even gonna get in. We're not even gonna get in. They're just trying to build it up.
Yeah.
So when they get in, they're like, yeah.
I mean, you're in.
They're in.
You're in.
They're fucking in.
You're in.
They're in. They're a lock. They're in. But there was a bunch of good games yesterday. South Carolina, Clemson. I lost my damn page. South Carolina, Clemson, South Carolina ended up winning by 3, 17-14. Another rivalry game, close game. Tennessee stamped their playoff ticket, and that was worrying. Vandy up 14-0. Took the opening kick to the house. Nico Iamaleava had another big
who
day.
cares? If Ohio State wins national championship, Michigan will come back and say they beat the champs. Who cares?
Who gives a shit?
Good job.
Well, good job.
But they wasn't in the playoffs.
But you didn't even make the playoffs. Look at the championship ring flashing.
I mean, Oregon beat them too.
Like, people were just weighing too into it. It's like, you lost. Sometimes the better team loses.
Yeah.
That's why they play the games.
For sure.
That's why we just don't look at spreads and say, all right, well, this team's favored to win by 19, so they get the win today.
And that's why they play at home and stuff. You know what I mean? It's not like it's just neutral playing field. I mean, there's factors in there. You know what I mean? Rivalry is big of it. And I understand. I mean,
rivalry weeks are huge.
And I understand.
Everybody, like I said.
The Buckeyes fans ain't even allowed to use the letter M that week. They're not even allowed to use the letter M. They have to delete it. They can't even say anything. They can't even spell mom.
They gotta
mark it out the X.
They gotta get tape out and put little X's.
I get it.
Even the
It's okay. I mean,
It's all right.
it's like the Browns last week. Michigan won their Super Bowl.
Exactly.
It's okay.
I just said it. Cleveland won their
It's
fucking
okay.
Super Bowl last week when they beat Pittsburgh. You seen the boys in the
Hey,
locker
Carlos,
room
well, I got them to win as well.
celebrating, jumping around, dancing like they won a damn Super Bowl. They've won 3 games.
Yeah.
It was their Super Bowl. Michigan won their Super Bowl yesterday, and I know it sucks for Buckeye fans, but guess what? You're moving on.
You're going. Yep.
And you know what? I know it sucks. You're in the playoffs.
Yep. Take a week
You ain't
off.
even got to worry about playing in that
Take
Big
off.
Ten championship game next week.
Get healthy.
Sit at home, relax, get ready for
healthy.
the playoffs.
Yep.
Get ready for the playoffs. All right, where are we at? Tennessee, Vandy, Penn State, Maryland. Penn
Sure.
State stamped their
Stamped
ticket to
their
the
ticket.
Big Ten championship, 44-7. Did you see the end of that game?
I don't think so. Yeah, well, the coaches.
Maryland's coach a little angry
Yeah, a little
because
butthurt.
a little butt hurt because Penn State's got their backups in throwing touchdowns.
And scored touchdowns.
And I totally agree. He addressed it after the game. He said it's a different college football. Points matter, style points matter. He's like, you've got your 1s in on defense, we've got our 3s and 4s in on offense. We're trying to score touchdowns.
well, yeah.
And I loved it. I think it's great. Notre Dame, 49-35.
That's a good
was
game.
that
was a good game. That was one I honestly, before the game started, that I wanted to just kind of keep
Notre
an eye
Dame
on.
stamped.
Did
locked.
you see Notre Dame lineman punching the USC guy and didn't get?
Oh, I did not see
He
that.
did. I mean, he full blown punched him in the face mask, and he
did not see
did
that.
not get ejected.
I did not see that.
Did not get ejected.
Ex-Buckeye legend Kyle McCord.
Dog.
380 and 3 touchdowns, knocks Miami out of the
Dog.
ACC championship game, 42-38. Didn't understand that one. I was very surprised Miami kicked a field goal on 4th down with around 4 minutes to go to cut it to 4. Like, I don't care what the down and distance is. That's a tough one, man. If you're down a 7 with, like, I get it if there's like 10 minutes left. 4 minutes? That's not a lot of time.
Not a lot of time.
That's not a lot of time.
Kyle McCord yesterday, 26 for 36, 380, 3 touchdowns. Will Howard, 19 for 33, 175.
You can't do that.
1 touchdown, 2 interceptions.
Michigan, you know the crazy thing about Michigan, like their best player even quit on the team.
Yeah, he wasn't even there.
I mean, Will Johnson,
He's at the
top
Under
five
Olympics.
draft pick,
Already at the underwear limits.
and he's got a stub toe. So he's like, I quit. I don't even care about showing up to this game. And his Michigan boys got him ball out. So yeah, Will Howard or Will Johnson, go away. If I'm Michigan, I'd just tell him go away. SMU have been saying it for a few weeks. SMU is real. SMU's quarterback is good. He runs around. He makes plays. SMU won 38-6.
Ooh.
SMU Clemson next week for
What
the
up,
ACC.
what up? You guys new to the page, smash that follow. Scary Terry or Lad today?
Scary Terry.
Bad Lad. Gets a lot of catches.
Alabama wins the Iron Bowl 28-14.
Rise and shine, Matt. It's football time, baby.
Arizona State forks up
What up,
49-7.
Benjamin? Forks up.
Indiana rolls
Roll.
66
That's a basketball game.
to nothing.
That's a basketball game.
Oregon 49-21. I watched the Texas.
I think quarterback threw 6 touchdowns.
Yeah, he did.
Indiana's quarterback threw 6 touchdowns.
Texas beats Texas A&M 17-7. Didn't understand this one either. A&M's inside like the 5, inside the 10. I
Cade,
don't
smash
remember.
that follow, answer that fantasy for you.
4th down, you kick they went for it instead of kicking a field goal. I just don't get it, man. You're down 10 points. It's 4th down. Why
Get the points.
Kick the damn field goal. And
Mike
they got
Evans,
stuffed.
CMC, and Kyron. Pick 2 for him. Mike Evans, CMC, Kyron.
Mike Evans, because I already said he's scoring 2 touchdowns a day, and Kyron Williams.
I like it.
And then Iowa State. Iowa State punched their ticket.
Ooh, would you drop Kirk and pick up Drake?
Is it a keeper?
Is-
If it's
Matt,
if
is
it's
it-
a keeper league, yes. If it's just a redraft league, no. I'm sticking with Kirk. And then I was wondering if you were keeping up with this one. The BYU. If BYU lost,
Yep.
your Buffs would have got in.
Yep.
And Houston had the ball down 6.
Yeah,
and I'm like,
they had 'em.
ooh. I'm like
The
that.
third-
And then the big
Yep.
fumble. The big fumble. So the Buffs eliminated. And
Did you see Sanders? They were talking about the bowl games, and Sanders was saying that they're going to play.
Yeah, sure.
Which I like that.
who cares?
I think they should play.
Who cares? I don't think they should play.
Why?
You think Shador and Hunter should play in a bowl game?
Yeah,
No,
I do.
Absolutely not.
Why?
Because if he goes out and gets his knee blown out in a meaningless football game, then he just costs himself millions of dollars.
It's not meaningless to the people that's paying you.
Meaningless.
How there's people paying you millions right now?
Meaningless football game.
Not to the sponsors.
Bowl games, if you're not in a playoff game, meaningless bowl games. Meaningless.
Not to the people that's paying them Benjamins to you.
Meaningless. They wanted to bet in the playoffs. You didn't make the playoffs. Get ready for a draft. Meaningless football games. Too many bowl games as it is. Too many.
Yeah, but what's the difference then if a player if you're if you're three and
my
8?
Seminoles had 40 fucking players set out of the bowl game last year, and we got beat by 60.
Yeah,
and I don't blame any of them at all.
That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying if you're 3 and 8, I mean, should you quit on your team and because you're over? I'm saying you're not making a playoff. Should the Will Johnsons?
Yes.
Should you know what I mean?
I have no problem with Will Johnson not playing yesterday. You're a top 5 pick. Your season's over. Who gives a shit? Yeah, I have no problem with it.
I don't like that.
No problem. No problem
saying
with
Hunter
it
and
at
Sanders go 1 and 2. I just don't see it. I don't see that.
I do.
Not 1 and 2. I don't see that. I mean, depending how it falls, obviously.
Absolutely do.
Depending how it falls.
Absolutely see Hunter and Sanders.
I think Hunter will probably go
2.
3 or 4, and I'm not sure if Sanders is going to go 1.
Who else is going to go 1?
I mean, it all depends on who falls there.
How about the Dolphins mini helmet? Wonder who's getting it. Yeah, I think Hunter.
They'll be shipped out Monday.
I think more than likely Shador and Hunter's going 1 and 2 because, like, the Raider. Well, it depends on if the Jaguars win a game. Because I mean, if the Jags keep a top 2 pick, they're taking Hunter, and if the Raiders or Giants get the other pick, they're taking Shador. Well, the Jags need to take everything, so I think Hunter's probably your best bet.
You take Hunter, even though you got Brian Thomas.
I don't think he's a wide receiver in the NFL.
Then I just don't pick. I don't think I'm picking a cornerback at that early.
I mean, Will Johnson's going to be a top 5 pick. Top 7 pick.
5.
Oh yeah, he's the best corner.
Roll Tide. Then he should be
better.
1.
Will Johnson. Well, you get the offense with Hunter. I don't think.
I mean, Hunter's not even getting the freaking award for cornerback.
Well, he shouldn't. He probably shouldn't. Dude, Will Johnson is a dog.
Why? And I get that, but I mean, then why are we picking? I like Hunter.
He's going to play offense as well. To me, he's a corner in the NFL. They're going to play him at corner because corners are just defense matters. It's the most important thing. Corners and pass rushers. I think he's going to be a corner. I think he's fine at both. I mean, I think if he wanted to be a full-time wide receiver, I think if he wanted to be a wide receiver, he could be a wide receiver full-time. For sure. But I think he's going to be a corner in the NFL, and I think they'll sprinkle him in on offense. Roll Tide. Let's get to this Roll Tide. So the playoffs, we got one more week left, obviously. Championship week. Championship games. So I'm going to tell you my playoffs right now. Right now, my playoffs. All right. This is what I think is going to happen. Because obviously you got I've got I think 7 locks right now. Oregon is a lock. Well, I mean, they're a lock. It doesn't matter. Oregon and Penn State are both locked in. Doesn't not matter who wins. The seeds are locked. Texas, Georgia, locked. Notre Dame, lock. Indiana, Tennessee, Ohio State, locks. Never my locks. So then you got SMU and Clemson, ACC championship. Only one of them's getting in. That's the only one of them's in. The other one's out.
Probably SMU.
I got SMU.
I feel SMU better than Clemson.
I've been saying it for weeks. I like SMU. Their offense is explosive. I love the quarterback play. I got SMU. Arizona State, Iowa State. Winner wins the Big 12. They're in. And then Boise and UNLV. Yeah. Well, I mean,
I know.
That's one of them's in. One of them's in. So I'm going to say Boise's going to get in, and I'm picking Arizona State.
Upsets Boise.
Well, they're going to be the 12th seed.
Oh, goodness. Mayfield or Wilson?
So then I got Mayfield. So then I got 4 teams for one spot.
One spot. For that 12 spot.
Well, technically not 12 because I have Arizona State as number 12. for the last spot in the playoffs. I got 4 teams, and we can argue all day who's going to get it. Alabama, Ole Miss, South Carolina, Miami. One of those 4 for the last playoff spot.
That's tough.
And you got to look at all the different shit. You know, head to head, you know, Alabama, they beat Freiermuth or Ingram. Freiermuth, they were pat today.
Did you answer Levi's?
I didn't see it. Westbrook Akine, Amari Cooper, or Quentin Johnston. Quentin Johnston, Levi.
Ooh.
Quentin going to bounce back today after that dreadful performance last week.
Ingram?
I said Friar Patty, you know.
Oh, Roll Tide says Bama don't deserve it.
Well, let's be honest, none of these teams deserve it. But somebody's getting the last spot. So to me, it's Bama, Ole Miss, South Carolina, and Miami. Miami's out.
I think Miami's out.
Miami's out.
They ain't been cute.
I think Ole Miss is out. I think this is between Alabama and South Carolina for the last
What
spot.
up, little bum?
And you can't just look at the head-to-head. You can't just look at the head-to-head because I think that the committee's got to me, I'm going to be honest. I've got South Carolina getting the last spot. I can't, and Alabama beat South Carolina. South Carolina's won, I think, 6 in a row. They're playing really well.
They're hot.
They're hot.
They're hot.
And I think the committee's going to look, I think they're going to look at that. They're hot right now. I cannot get the Oklahoma game out of my mind that Alabama just totally shit the bed in a couple weeks ago and scored 3 points.
Nice.
It drives me nuts, man. 11-1.
So you got South Carolina getting
I got South Carolina as my 11. I got them seeded 11. I got Arizona State as the 12.
I feel if it comes down to them two with a head up victory, I feel like Alabama's going to get it.
You think Alabama's going to get it?
And I know no one likes to hear this, but it's Alabama.
Oh, I know. Oh, I totally agree.
You know, I mean, people don't like that.
I mean, I agree.
People don't like that.
They don't like that.
But
that happens.
I mean, and you know what else that brings?
Oh, the money.
Little more Benjamins.
Ole Miss not play Alabama this year? Ole Miss did not play Alabama this year.
76-0, 52-3. Whew.
Ole Miss did not play Alabama.
No.
Gosh, that's tough.
And they beat Georgia, right?
Who? Ole Miss? Yeah. Drake London, Brian Thomas, Zay Flowers, pick 2. I'm going Drake London.
That's what Ole Miss is going to say. My goodness, bud, you're giving Alabama the walk-in, but you ain't going to give us the walk-in.
Oh yeah, it's going to get down to it in that committee room with this last spot. Drake London, Brian Thomas, Zay Flowers. I'm going to go with Zay and Drake. If Trevor Lawrence plays, I would substitute Brian Thomas in for Zay.
As long as Milroe's a quarterback, we'll struggle. He's a ball hog and a turnover machine.
Well, he don't fit the system. He doesn't fit. Like I said that when they hired him from Washington, I said Milroe is not a pure passing quarterback, and that's what DeBoer. That's what DeBoer needs. Like DeBoer comes from Washington, he just had Michael Penix Jr. slinging it, and now he's coming to a dude that's mobile and runs around, and it doesn't fit. But at the same time, it was kind of like you had to. I mean, what are you gonna do? He's your guy. He's there. But so that would make the first round playoff matchup. If I was right, we'd get Notre Dame versus Arizona State. Well, Arizona State's going to play somebody, Arizona State or Iowa State is playing somebody. Penn State, South Carolina, or Alabama.
Now,
sorry, Penn State. Good year, James. Georgia, Indiana.
Now, if the Big Ten has to roll in against Alabama or South Carolina and Indiana and Georgia,
I'm not done. Number 8 Tennessee versus number 9 Ohio State.
I ain't worried about that.
You ain't worried about that one?
I ain't worried about that one.
I think that would be a good game. Tennessee, like people when they see Tennessee, they just want to see the offense. Tennessee's got good defense.
They do.
They got good defense.
They got a good offense.
Oh, they got damn good offense. Dylan Sampson had one of the best freaking years for a running back in the SEC that never gets talked about. It's crazy. Dude scored, I don't know how many he had yesterday, but coming in yesterday, I think he had 22 touchdowns on the season. But yeah, Tennessee and Ohio State, that would be, Lawrence is expected to play. Then yeah, let's go with BT. Let's go Brian Thomas Jr. over Zay then.
I like that. Oh, Brian Thomas.
But yeah, that game would be intriguing to me. Tennessee and Ohio State. I would like to watch that one.
I think it'd be a good one.
I think that would be a good game. I think that would be real good. Put Michigan in over us. Well, they ain't gonna do that though. Michigan ain't gonna do that. They're a 6-win team. They're a 6-win team, man.
And they can't score touchdowns.
touchdowns. I mean,
I think they might have the worst offense in college.
No, Florida State does.
I don't know.
Pretty bad, but Michigan's up there. At least Michigan's got a couple good running backs. Like that Jennings boy was rained yesterday. He's good, man.
What happened to Edwards?
Oh, excuse me, 7 wins.
What happened to Edwards?
I just fell off. Just bum.
Good line last year.
Should have went to the fucking draft last year when his fucking stock was
high
through the roof, and now he's not even the best running back on his team. Yeah, he should have went. That's why I don't understand running backs. I never understand a running back going back to school. If you are good and you are at the requirements that you can go to the draft. Running backs have a very short lifeline in the NFL. Yep. Do not waste your time in college football. As soon as you can go to the pros, especially if you have a dominant, like Donovan Edwards would have. Like he was
a top 3. He was a third round pick.
He was
third round.
He was probably third, fourth running back off the board in last year's class, and he went back to school. It's stupid. Just don't do it. Just don't do it. Go make your money, kids. Money. It's all about the money. Go make your money. Which I understand college is different now, and he's probably making a nice chunk from NIL. But still, just go start your NFL career. But yeah, I would like to see that. Tennessee and Ohio State. Tennessee. What would you say if you those were your games? Who would you pick? Notre Dame over Arizona State, obviously.
Yep.
Penn State against South Carolina, or Alabama. You would pick South Carolina.
SEC, Big Ten.
So you would go Georgia over Indiana.
Yeah.
And then you would go Ohio State over Tennessee. I'm probably with you.
But you know what? Indiana's good. But I want to see him against a good team.
That's what I'm saying.
I really do. But I really think Indiana's offense is really good. I really think the quarterback's good. They got a really solid offensive line.
They went right down that field, that first drive against Ohio State, and we're like, oh, wait a minute. And then they shit the bed.
Yep.
And then they come out yesterday, just like James Franklin said.
Points matter.
Style
points matter.
So we want to drop as many as we can, and they scored 66 points yesterday. True. But it was against Purdue. So it's dog water.
Prowl said he's seen rumors that Mason Graham's going to possibly return back to Michigan.
Yeah, sure. Top 5 pick. Top 5, top 7 pick. If he does, he's fucking stupid.
Your stock ain't getting much higher.
Yeah, exactly. You're not improving. Cam Ward.
Even a top 10
Cam Ward went to the pros, declared for the draft, or didn't declare, but he threw his name in the hat to be evaluated. They found out he was going to be like a 4th, 5th round pick. Went back to school, said, no, I'm not a 4th, 5th round pick. I'm better than that. Went back to school. Probably, I still don't like Cam.
He's going to be a top 4 quarterback. He's
a late first round pick, mid to late first round pick.
Third quarterback off
this year. Probably third, fourth, maybe second. It depends. It depends what the underwear Olympics do, because Anthony Richardson got up to 4th overall.
Better than him though.
Well, I like Quinn Ewers better than him too in the NFL. But see, that's what I'm saying. If you can improve your stock, go back and whatever. But if you're a top 5 pick, why?
Top 10. If you're a top 10 pick, top 12
if you're a top, if you're a top 10 pick, guaranteed top 10 pick.
And realistically, college, you never know. Like, you don't know what team's going to pick you. You know what I mean? No one expected Quinyon Mitchell to drop down to like 22nd for Philadelphia. He was the top cornerback off the board. Then you had Cooper DeJean. That was another top cornerback off the board, and we got him 2nd round. I mean, you just never know. If you're a top 1st round prospect, I think you should go.
Kyler or Nix? I'm on Kyler.
Got a Bo leave.
You start Bo against Cleveland over Kyler?
No.
Kyler.
We both got Kyler winning today, but Minnesota's got good defense as well.
Yeah, I do. But like I said, I've said numerous times, I hate the 12-team playoff. I absolutely hate it. I hate the fact that.
Do you really though?
Yeah, I do.
Why?
Because it just water. We're arguing today, and listen, and I know we're arguing which 3-loss team getting in. Regular season should matter. Regular season should matter some, and I feel like now it's going to make for amazing football. It's going to make for exciting times, and it's going to give us some good football games. But to me, I feel like it waters down the regular season.
It does a little.
So right now, what's the top 4? If we were going into this week, what would be the top 4 if we only had 4? We'd have we'd have the winner of the Big Ten because Penn State's up there. Yep. So let's say we would have Oregon. I'm picking Texas to beat Georgia. Georgia beat them earlier. I think I'm picking Texas this time around. So it'd be Oregon,
Texas,
Notre Dame.
Nah.
No, Notre Dame's 5th right now.
I don't think they'd make it.
Notre Dame prints their own money as much as Ohio State and them boys do. Notre Dame, a 1-loss Notre Dame, and it was a fluke loss to a dog shit school. That's what's even crazier.
Yeah.
Notre Dame would be in if they was 4. So who would the other one be?
Well, probably Ohio State. Because you got.
I don't think so.
Well, I'm just saying because you have
Where's the college football rankings?
Don't be against Jesus school. Because you have Penn State at 4. I'm picking Ohio State over Miami.
Well, Miami's out.
That's what I'm saying.
It'd be Ohio State. Well, this was last week's record, so it would probably be.
I mean, it'd be Oregon, Texas, Notre Dame, and it's going to be. I mean, you're going to pick Georgia if they lose. You're going to pick Miami. No, you're going to pick Tennessee.
Well, none of them ACC teams are getting in. None of them ACC.
So it's Ohio State, Tennessee, or SMU.
SMU is not getting in over.
That's what it would be.
Loss Ohio State team. So it would probably end up being it would end up being one of the SEC. Probably Ohio State would get the 4 seed if there was only 4.
Unless Georgia and Texas was like an overtime game.
Yeah, unless it was like a super close game, and then because Georgia already beat Texas once, and then Texas comes back, so you could have Georgia at 4, Georgia versus Oregon. Texas versus Notre Dame if we had 14 playoffs. See that's
Ohio State at 5.
That's so much better. That's so much better.
Prowl says Ohio State wouldn't be it. I would.
It would be them or the loser of the SEC championship.
I mean, what it look like? Yeah,
it would be them because I mean that's just how it is. You're not putting SMU. You're not putting SMU, or Tennessee. You're not putting Arizona State. You're not putting Tennessee in over Ohio State. If we had 4,
I mean, even if
I'm with you, I also think that Texas is
even if Penn
time
State and Oregon's a good game, you still don't put Penn State over Ohio State.
No,
they beat them.
Yep, that's what I'm saying. If we had 4, I think the 4th team would end up being Georgia if they lose to Texas or Ohio State. Yeah, 4. They should have stuck with 4, but it's money, and it's all about the money. Simple as that. Like I said, and it's going to make for exciting times. Mm-hmm. I mean, like I said, if the playoffs were like I've got it, I would love to watch the Ohio State Tennessee. I think that'd be a good game. I would love to see if Indiana can hold up against Georgia.
Beck aggravated his throwing arm Friday night.
Well, yeah,
I'd say, my God, 8 overtimes.
Yeah, I also hate college overtime. That was ridiculous.
The rules.
That was fucking ridiculous. Yeah. Like exciting as hell. Loved it. Watched every freaking second of it. But it was terrible.
You know what I also don't like?
Terrible.
All them stats count with you.
Yeah.
So like you're super close.
Yeah.
And what happens if you go into 8 or 9 overtimes and you throw like 10 touchdowns?
Yeah, it's crazy. It's I really don't like college overtime. I don't like either one of the overtimes. Like I like the NFL overtime. But I think they just need to change it where a game don't end if the first team scores a touchdown.
Yeah.
I think the other team should get a chance. But this college shit was ridiculous. Back-to-back 2-point conversions once you get to the 3rd overtime.
Goddamn, it was like 2 in the morning.
Oh, it was fucking ridiculous. It was terrible. I hate it. I don't understand how Georgia is still automatically in if they lose to Texas. That's 3 losses. Because who you going to put in? Who you gonna put in? Do you want a 2-loss Miami? Is 2-loss Miami better than Georgia? Because I'm gonna tell you what. Now, I've watched a lot of
What if they
Hurricane
get blown
football
out?
this year.
They get blown out's different.
Georgia's in.
If they get blown out,
Georgia's in.
they get beat by 21.
Yeah, Georgia's in.
I don't believe it. Though.
Georgia's in, man. Georgia's in. Georgia is in.
I don't
Two
think so.
lost Miami. We're gonna put. I just think they're in. I think they're in. I think Georgia is in. Like I said, we're arguing now over the 3 lost teams. That's what I hate about those new playoffs.
But they're good teams.
I know, but but the regular season should matter. Like I said, it ain't going nowhere. It's going to expand before it declines.
I don't think it goes bigger.
I think it could. I think it could. I think they could go to 16. Hell, it'll eventually be like March Madness. 64 teams.
That'd be cool.
Oh,
be
man.
cool.
They'll have to start the playoffs in October. We'll have to go down to like a 6-game regular season.
Well, fuck, Alabama will play Colton Tech, and
So you'll put South Carolina in over Georgia. But South Carolina also has 3 losses. And I've got South Carolina in. They're my last team in.
and Georgia beat Texas. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And Tennessee. And they got good wins. Clemson, I mean, they got good wins. Georgia's got good wins. I know they got some ugly losses.
They got and that Bama game was close.
Yeah.
I mean, they hammered Texas. They beat Texas by 15.
Yeah.
Hammered Tennessee.
I think Georgia's in.
I think Georgia's in. I think Georgia's in. Like I said, to me, it's 4 teams for 1 spot. It's Bama, it's South Carolina, it's Ole Miss, and it's Miami. It's those 4 for 1 spot, in my opinion. And like I said, I understand that people want to say, well, head-to-head should matter, and it should. But at the same time, I cannot get 2 weeks ago when Alabama laid a fucking egg against Oklahoma and scored 3 points out of my mind. South Carolina's hot right now. To me, I'm putting Carolina in.
3 points ain't gonna win a bowl game.
I'm putting South Carolina in if I was in 3. Like, to me, Miami not even in the discussion. Miami's had a lot of close ones, and then when you lose 21-0 yesterday, they were up 21-0. They were up yesterday.
Hey, look
21-0. You're going to the ACC championship. 21-0, and your team lays an egg. And if Georgia's is blown out, put the teams in a hat and draw. Well, that's fine. We can do that. But I'm still taking Georgia. I mean, I think Ole Miss. I like Ole Miss. I'm an Ole Miss guy. But no joke.
No joke.
It don't matter. I don't think any of them. If you had to pick one out of Georgia, Alabama, South Carolina, one of them teams is going to win get in the playoffs and win the whole thing. Who is
Alabama,
South Carolina, Ole Miss, and Georgia. If you had to pick one of those teams to get in, which team, and you have to say one, that team's getting the last spot,
Georgia,
and they're going to win the national championship.
Georgia.
I'm with you.
Georgia. I feel that way. I just feel like they have a better offense. I'm taking, much as I don't like the guy.
Put Haynes King and Georgia Tech in. Put them in.
Put them in.
Put them in, baby.
Put them in.
Put them in. It's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting football. Gee, look at them Longhorns.
Dang.
Whew, everything's bigger in Texas.
Everything.
You got any good parlays for today?
Nah, I don't really. I haven't done much today.
Let's pull it up. Let me get you guys some parlays today.
Georgia only because they wouldn't have to play Bama.
I'm about ready to switch from FanDuel because
You have to log in every time.
You have to log in every time, but now in addition to that, you have to enter an authentication code every time you log in as well. So you have to log in
That's how mine is.
twice every time. It's ridiculous. All right, I got some my parlays today. My smash Texans and Buccaneers both winning today. These ain't no. Let's get some good ones. I got Joe Mixon over 70 rushing yards today. Trey McBride, 4 catches today. Cade Otton, 41.5 receiving. And Puka, 70 receiving yards.
Ooh, Puka.
This is a big one. Not big money-wise.
8-legger.
8-legger. Cooper Kupp, 50 receiving yards. Puka, 50 receiving yards. Kamara, 50 rushing yards. Nico, 60 receiving yards. Bijan, 3 catches. Cade Otton, 25 receiving yards. A.J. Brown, 60 receiving yards. And Christian McCaffrey, 4 catches. Nice little $10 bet, pays out $185.
I like it.
And then
Pretty reasonable.
And then, oh yeah, for sure. And then I got my anytime for the day. I got Drake London, Gus Bus, Jonathan Taylor, Joe Mixon, T. Higgins, Mike Evans, and eventually Justin Jefferson's going to score a touchdown.
Right?
I mean, you think, right? Maybe today's the day.
Maybe today's the day.
I bet on Justin Jefferson to score a touchdown every week. And
Addison scores.
does not score a touchdown because they double team him and leave Jordan Addison standing wide open.
Can't blame him.
I mean, no, you can't blame him. And like he said the same thing. He's like, I'm gonna let them eat. You know, as long as they're winning, whatever.
Sometimes the way it is, right?
Got to. The most hated man in Columbus isn't a Michigan player. Oh shoot. I like it. We went through this show kind of fast today, boys. I use ESPN Bet. See, I did Neil, but I didn't like it, and I went back to FanDuel, but I don't like how FanDuel is. Do you have to log in twice on ESPN Bet? Like, do you have to log in and then also put a damn code in every time you log in? It's kind of getting annoying to me.
I say they're all going to be that way.
It's kind of getting annoying.
Heck, that's how mine is. It wasn't that way, but that's how it is.
We had limited time today, so we kind of ran through everything fast. You got to go watch Leroy Ball.
Yeah. We can roll out if you want.
Texas is not guaranteed to make the playoffs if they lose to Georgia. I think they're in, Brian.
I think they're in.
I think they're in, Brian. I've been using Sleeper. Oh, I've never used Sleeper before. I had my first fantasy league on the Sleeper app this year. It was kind of cool. I didn't mind it. But no, I've never used Sleeper.
Kind of got a headache.
Oh, no. No. I'm going to go grocery store, get something to make today.
What are you making?
I don't know yet. My wife was going to go, but she was sleeping so good when I left. My wife's getting, she's got an eyebrow appointment today. Now, I'm a man, obviously, which, I mean, if you are a man and you know about eyebrows, hats off to you. She's getting her eyebrows done today. And this was expensive.
Mm-hmm. She get a microblade?
What the fuck is this? She basically told me it's kind of like a tattooing.
Yeah, kind of.
On your fucking eyes. Like you're tattooing kind of like eyebrows.
Kind of.
And I'm like, are you serious? She asked me, like the girl was doing a special, and I said, yeah, that's your birthday present. So she's getting that done today. I'm like, I feel like that would hurt.
I mean, I'm sure it don't feel good.
But a lot of people like to get tattoos, and I can't.
Women can take a lot.
They can take a lot. They can take a lot. Women can take a beating. They not beating, but pounding. They can take a lot. That's true. That's true.
Just throwing it out there.
You're right. Maybe I'll check it out again, Neil. Maybe I'll go back to ESPN Bet. Maybe I'll go back to Fanatics. Bench one. Hey, y'all. Megan Shapiro gets priority over everyone. Megan Shapiro, hold on. Megan gets priority over everyone. I need help. I need 2 of the 3. Rashad White, Valdez Scantling, or Cade Otton. I'm going both Buccaneers in this one.
Ooh,
I'm going Rashad White and Cade Otton.
You guys knew the page. Smash that follow. Madison wants to know Njoku, Taysom Hill, or Shakir.
Bench one.
Bench one.
I'm benching. I hate to say, I hate to depend on Taysom Hill because he's so up and down.
Do you like Njoku versus Denver's?
I would start Njoku.
It's hard not to start Njoku.
I'm probably benching Taysom Hill, but also Shakir worries me a little bit about the weather. Yeah, Trevor, that's how I am. I'd never been used Sleeper before, and I got in one of my buddies' Dynasty League, and he ran it on Sleeper, so that was the first time I'd ever used that. It was pretty cool. It was different. I normally use My Fantasy League for all my leagues. The only thing that sucks about My Fantasy League is that's what Isaac said too. Yeah, listen, Megan, anytime Isaac tells you to do something, you come over here and you make sure that we're okay with it. We are here for you, Megan. We are here for you and Isaac and beautiful little Rosalind. What up, Madeline? Or Madison, excuse me. Texas covers versus Georgia. Oregon covers versus Penn State. I like it.
I like it.
I think Texas is going to get them this time. I think
Close
Texas
game.
is going to win. I think it's going to be a close game. It kind of sucks. I have to work Saturday. So I'm going to miss all the conference title games. Kind of sucks.
Yeah, but
I mean, it is what it is. I don't really care.
better than missing like a playoff game or something. You know what I mean?
Well, I'll probably have to miss some of those too. But that's all right.
I mean, like Steelers playoffs.
Yeah. Oh, no. I
We ain't missing those.
I'd take points for that.
We ain't missing those.
All right, you want to call it a day so we can
Yeah,
you
we
can
can.
get your stuff and I'll go ahead and go figure
can.
out Texas. We'll get them UGA. Like I said, they have Georgia's. Like I said, rivalry games. Rivalries matter, and that, like I said, Georgia struggled the other night, but it was that rivalry, man. Georgia Tech came in ready to play. All right, like I said, we hurried up through this show. We got some stuff to take care of today. So we're gonna go ahead and jump off here. Thanks for everyone for jumping.
I might
on.
hop back on later.
He'll be back on tonight. Eagles play at 4:30, so it won't be till tonight though.
I might watch that game here.
You ain't watching that game live. It's gonna be close.
Last 2 games, 3
yeah,
games.
but you knew you were gonna win those games.
I didn't. I never know I'm going to win. I'm just
Yeah.
waiting for the Philly to come back that was there last year.
You knew you were gonna win those games. You ain't watching Baltimore live.
If I ain't doing that, I'm watching live.
You ain't watching Baltimore
telling you.
live.
I'm telling you.
He ain't watching Baltimore live. That's why I ran here immediately. Struggled with my team this year. Listen, Megan, I'm with you. I've had some rough. I've got a couple really, really good teams, and I got a couple dog shit teams. It happens. It happens to all of us.
To the best of us.
All right, I'm gonna go get me something to throw in a crock pot today and get ready to watch football. Everyone, enjoy your day.
We appreciate you guys.